Hey, Jesse. It's Garrett. This is my second time calling.
Thank
How are
you.
you?
All is well, sir. Thanks for calling.
Hey, yeah. So,
Oh,
I
he
was
had
just,
Jared. I thought it was Jerry. Thank you, buddy.
yeah, no problem. Yeah. So, I just wanted to ask you, I guess, for some advice about the vaccines and all that stuff. I'm against getting the vaccine. I just think it's not smart to get it now. I think I should be able to wait. And actually, this morning, I kind of fell into the pressure that my mom was putting on me towards getting it, and I told her I would start to get it. I would get it yesterday. I told her I would get it, and I was about to go get it, but something in my conscience or something told me I shouldn't do it. So I didn't get it, and so I came home. I told her I didn't get it and all that, and she got furious with me. She got angry at me. I told her I was still going to continue to wait for it, and this morning we ended up talking, and I was I'm going to wait, and she started crying. She got super emotional and blamed me for being putting our family at risk or whatever and all this stuff. And I tried to explain to her that that's you can't appeal to my emotions to dissuade me, I guess.
Yeah.
Cause and so she threatened, she told me she was taking my car away, right, from me. And because I'm borrowing one of her cars, and so she wouldn't let me use it. I'm 18, so I'm still in high school. I'm finishing up my last couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and so I get in the car, right? She says she's going to take me to school, right? So I get in the car with her, and my she has my aunt on the phone, right? Now my aunt is liberal, she's a doctor, so knows more than everybody else, right? And so she gets in the car, and they just start attacking me, calling me names, calling me stupid for not willing to take this. And my whole thing is, you want to take the vaccine? Okay, cool. You take it for yourself. Don't tell me to take it, right? It's my choice. It affects me. You want to take it, you can get it yourself, right? But don't make me do it. And so they were saying how stupid I was. She even put her husband on, which is my uncle, and he, as she was handing the phone over, she called me an effing idiot. And I was like, Uncle Dave, you're going to let your wife talk to me that way? And he said, well, you are one, right? So they just resorted to calling me names, and they didn't actually show me love. They only showed me anger.
Yeah.
And I tried to explain to them that wouldn't persuade me. That's not going to persuade me. Because it's pretty clear that they don't love God. In fact, when I told them that it's my choice to take it because it affects me, right?
Yeah.
My aunt said, so you must love abortion, right? And I was like, excuse me? I don't understand where she comes from that presence, because she says, well, abortion's a choice. And I didn't even want to get into that with her, kind of, because she was just attacking me with random stuff that didn't even make any logical sense. And so my mom, I basically wanted to remove myself from the situation. So I was just I'm done with this. You guys are just attacking me. It's not helping your argument by calling me names and all this stuff. It's not just, right? It's unjust. You're not showing me any love here. The people that I felt do show me love have all encouraged me. Decide for yourself whether you want it or not. Don't let anybody tell you take it or to not, right? Kind of use your conscience. And I know I have a good conscience. In fact, it was you recommended me. A few weeks ago, I called about forgiving my dad and my mom. I did that, and you gave me advice to, become my parents in a way, become
the child become the parent become the child.
Right. Yeah. And so I've been doing that lately. I've been trying to do that, be righteous, and like whenever we get on this topic of vaccines, my mom always gets like angry and emotional, and I don't like it. So I've always kept trying to like, not get that much into it with my mom.
Yeah.
But now it seems like it's inevitable because even in the car, they were threatening me, saying they're not going to allow me to come over their house. Like, they live pretty close to us, about 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
They're like very wealthy people. They have provided for me a little bit, and they have a son who's like my little cousin, and I love him very dearly. And so I want to see him, right? But they're saying I'm not allowed to come over now unless I wear a mask or unless I get vaccinated, right? And now they were also threatening, saying I can't go to family functions unless I get vaccinated and all this stuff. They're saying I can't. We go to New Jersey every year, like as a complete family, and they're saying you can't go to New Jersey if I don't get vaccinated and all this. They're threatening me, right? And I just saw it as what you said what you said earlier. You said, the devil will just throw people at me to try and like make me feel weak. But in the moment, I didn't feel that. Like, I didn't feel like cowering them. What would that show of me if I just, got the vaccine now and compromised my own conscience in order to please the people that are angry at me, right? Like, I'm just wondering how I proceed now that I'm being threatened with my, freedoms being taken from me, basically.
First of all, man, this is an amazing call. You have made my day for an 18-year-old dealing with that kind of hell, right? And you're dealing with it perfectly. I want you to know that. Don't ever resent them. You always speak up for yourself, but don't resent. Don't let them get you to anger. And so when they say, oh, we're not going to let you come over anymore, you can't go to Jersey or whatever, they say, that's fine. I don't want to go anyway. I don't want to visit you anyway. It's not a big deal. And so it's because what they do, they try to make you feel bad. They try to make you feel good. And if that doesn't work, they try to make you feel bad. And then they try to take away things that are important to you. And if it's so important to you, you'll cave in. Don't ever, as long as you walk this earth, let anybody or anything be so important to you that you will be controlled by it. That's how the government is controlling the country right now. They threaten to take something away from you. And whatever's important to you, they'll threaten to take that. And if it's too important, you'll cave just for that, and it's not even worth it. Your soul is worth more than anything on this earth. Man, you are amazing.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, because even my cousins, we have a pretty big family, about 22 of us. Yes. And my cousin, she just had a kid, right? She had a baby, and everybody's talking about how this baby's, that their immune systems are compromised or whatever. Babies can't get this vaccine. And so they threw that at me. They were like, well, you're going to kill little Sammy Sam if I don't get this vaccine or whatever. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This has got to be considered a cult at some point.
Yeah.
I don't even get it.
Yeah, just say, you know what? And when they say, you're not coming over, fine. I don't want to go over anyway. Don't let it be a big deal, and you'll be just fine. Stay away from anger. And if you continue to deal with your mother and your aunt and all these people, your weak uncle, in the perfect way, your life is getting better and better and better. God is with you, and it's just getting better, and you'll have an amazing life, and all kind of doors of opportunity will open up for you. Just don't fall to anger. Don't let it be that important that they get you angry.
Yeah, I tried. In fact, I kind of felt like I did slip up when I was in the car. Yeah. He called me a effing idiot, right? Right. And I was like, I told him, I was like, what's the point in winning an argument if you look like a jerk? Yeah. And he just called me stupid, and I was like, hold on for a minute. Don't hang up, Jared. Hold on, buddy.
Garrett, just so you know, in the car, if you felt a little angry, you're 18 years old, right? Just realize it, but don't make that a big deal. The fact that you can see it, you're overcoming it. So don't judge yourself for it. You're dealing with a lot. You're dealing with adults who are supposed to have perfect love, but it sounds like they don't. So you're dealing with a lot at 18. Just be patient. Let the anger pass. It's just going to get better for you.
Okay. Yeah, I want to thank you too, because I don't know if you remember that I called like a few weeks ago, and I ended up like stepping that role and trying to become a parent, and letting go of all anger, and it's done like amazing things for me. I got asked to like a nearby town's prom, right?
Yes.
And so this has been super excited, and now after this had happened, I talked to my sister about it, because she's actually more neutral. She doesn't believe the lie like everybody else just does. I think there's hope in her.
Right on.
Too. And
is she older or younger?
She's older.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 22.
Okay.
And so she was telling me, I think she went out into the car and tried to talk to my mom about it. I'm not exactly sure what was said, but I hope she came back to me afterwards and said, "Listen, I'm on your side." And I was like, "I respect you for that. It takes great courage, whatever, right?"
Yeah.
But she said that she was going to threaten me, like, with not being able to go to this prom and stuff. Like the prom's important to me, but I don't think it's like as important. What do you think I could say, like, when they say, "Oh, it's that important as to like refuse to just get a vaccine"? Like what do you think about like the whole vaccines, and like whether like we should be forced to get them or something? Like,
we definitely should not be forced to get them, and we are adults. This is America, and no one should be forced to take a vaccine. It's unheard of. It's ridiculous, and it's up to you. That's why I want you to keep a clear mind so that you can see what you want to do. Because if you do it under pressure, you will live to regret it.
Okay. Yeah, and that's all I am. I think I would regret it. That's part of the reason I didn't go yesterday, is because I felt like I would regret it. I felt like I'm supposed to be a man. I'm not supposed to, like, sulk. Like, I just felt like I was, like, running away with my tail between my legs, like, okay, I'll get this shot. Like, it just didn't feel right.
There you go.
I didn't get it.
What does your father say about all this?
I don't live with my father. I live just with my mother.
Oh, okay.
He moved out a couple years ago. I did return to him a few weeks ago. But
nice.
I when I'm not with him, I feel that, like, I want to be with him.
Yep.
I actually had, like, kind of like a weird outer body experience where I thought I died, but I was with my father, and I felt perfect peace.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have rather have been with anybody else besides my father. And it was just the weirdest thing, because I had spent 2 years hating him and resenting him for, like, abandoning my family. But it wasn't only until recent I realized that it takes two for that to happen.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
And so I'm working up, I'm trying to, like, reconnect with him more. I've noticed he's lost, because, I mean, he wasn't willing to, like, put up with my mom.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to, like, reconnect with him. And the more that this goes on, these things start to happen, the more it makes me wanting to return to him, because I just can't deal with all this, like, flared emotions. Like, even my uncle, who everyone treats as, like, some alpha in the family, is, like, this emotional, like he's supposed to be retired. They have a bunch of money, and then I go over to their house, and he seems miserable.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense that I should be listening to this dude who then calls me an effing idiot if I don't do what he says. I don't know.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. You're doing fine. And as far as that prom is concerned, if she come up with it, because it sounds like your mother is really a wicked woman, right? And so if she find out that the prom is important to you, and say, oh, that's fine, I don't want to go anyway. Don't let her know anything that's important to you, because she'll try to use it against you in order to control you. You already see it happening, but do not resent her. Speak up, but don't resent. And after a while, you'll be out of school. You can get your job and get out of there.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
But yeah, like my mom, she is Christian, right? But how would I get her to like come back? Like, do I have to like recommend that she comes back to her father? Or like, what should I do to help her? Like,
she's not a Christian, by the way, because real Christians have love. They don't treat their children or anyone the way that you've said. She talked to you and treated you and setting you up by putting her sister on the phone and the weak uncle. Your mother have no love at all, so she's not a Christian. She may go to church, she may read the Bible, but she's not a Christian. Okay. And you're showing her love already by being patient and honest with her. And if you get the opportunity to say, hey, mother, you need to go and forgive your mother and stop hating your father because you're an evil woman. You can throw it in there and let her handle that or deal with it the best way she can. But don't resent her for whatever she does.
Okay. Yeah, and that's actually true because she still complains about her mom now.
Of course. They all hate their mother. Men and women hate their mothers, and they yearn for the fathers.
Wow. I don't know how I even found you, Jesse. Like, I don't even remember when I first started watching your videos and then what gave me the courage to come on your show. I don't know if you remember that one time, but I was pretty nervous. And
thank you. It's because you're welcome. It's because God is with you. He's drawing you back to Him by allowing you to see what the issues are, because there's a cause and effect for everything. Now you're seeing what's wrong by seeing the weakness of your parents and that you need to forgive them. And your father loved you, and when he left, he didn't leave you. He left your mother because he couldn't deal with her. He was weak. And so it's God who is allowing you to see. That's why you found me. He wanted that for you. All
right. And I have one smaller, spiritual question I wanted to ask you.
Yes, sir.
I heard you talking with a gentleman about, it says in the Bible in John or whatever, if someone has sin, if they have sin, the Father's not with them or whatever, and you said there's a difference between having sin and sinning.
Yes.
Could you, explain that? I'm not sure if I completely understood that.
We're all born into crazy families, right? And so we're born in sin. We're born with a crazy family who are already out of control, and as kids, they cause you to resent them, especially the mother. She caused you to resent her. And so the moment you resent her, becoming angry, you're judging. And anyone who judges is playing God. And that's what the sin is. So we all have that. And at some point, as you are doing and have done, you realize, hey, they are wrong, but it's wrong for me to resent them. So you forgive them for what they've done. And then God will forgive you. And you will no longer be able to judge because you have no anger. You overcome that anger. And so you have sinned, but now that you're forgiven and God has forgiven you, you're not judging, so you're not sinning anymore because you're not playing God. You don't judge yourself and others.
Okay. But what if, I heard him say, I still sin, and you said, what do you do? And he said, I lie sometimes. And you said, where does it say, that lying's a sin or whatever? Doesn't it say that, you shouldn't, bear false witness or any of that?
Right. There's a time for everything. And there's, and when you're of God, you see those times when to and when not to. As long as you don't have the hate, you're not going to sin. But if somebody breaking into your house and they're going to take your sister away and she go hide under the bed, and you say, they ask you, Jared, where's your sister? We're going to take her away and take her life. You're not going to say she's in there under the bed hiding in the room there, right? You're going to say, I don't know, I haven't seen her.
Oh, that's true.
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
True.
So there's a time and place for everything, and you will see that in the light of God.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right.
But
Right.
Christians have been told, so-called Christians, have been told that sin is all the stuff that is not. Those are commandments that God wants us to keep so that we can have an amazing life on earth, right? But they're not sins. And when you return to the Father, He would cause you to keep the commandments. Because of ourselves, we can't even keep the commandments. They're all spiritual. And we can't do anything of ourselves, and of ourselves we know nothing. You will keep the commandments because God will cause you to do it once you return to Him.
Okay.
And there's a time and a place for everything.
Wow. That's profound in a way, I guess. That is profound.
And you're doing.
I appreciate it, Justin.
You're welcome. You're blessed, man. At 18 years old, to wake up the way you're doing, for God drawing you back unto Him, you are avoiding a whole lot of hardship and evil and all that kind of stuff in your life. So you're blessed.
I thank you. Yeah, I think it's all God. I can't even look back on my life and say that I've done anything.
That's
out of my
right.
own will that's helped me.
That's right.
Like I can't even. Like I don't even. I can't. So well, I think I want to thank you for what you're doing, like your whole radio show, and God is certainly with you as well.
He is.
I want to thank you.
You're welcome. And next time your aunt say, "Well, you can't come over," say, "I don't want to come over your house anyway. Thank you."
Okay. Okay.
It's not a big deal. God bless you, man.
All right.
Call me again, all right?
All right, I will.
All right. Amazing. 18 years old. And there are people who are 80 years old who haven't learned that yet. Forgive. He went and forgave his parents. And now he can see. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Justin Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.